No, Nani. Okay, you guys are live. Are you telling people what we're doing?
We're playing Fortnite and
Raid. I don't know if I like this, Sophie.
Where's everybody?
Sophie Dofies, do we like this? Hmm? Do you like Fortnite?
No, I'm not wasting on my ammo. Get that bush. Get them bush on.
Hola, Diana.
Get the bush on.
I don't know what their usernames are or anything, but I feel weird with them playing with strangers. I don't know if that option is on.
It's on mic, but we don't talk to them. We just talk to them sometimes. But they're our friends.
No, you can't talk to strangers.
Here, babe, that's yours. Babe, that's yours. Damn.
I see a chest.
My aunt asked me if I'm pregnant. Could I have a glow? And I was like, last night I was. Oh.
What's the point of this game anyways?
Survive, yeah, but also getting killed.
Why are you getting killed?
It's every man for himself.
And woman, isn't that a woman?
Yes. Every woman and team and man.
I think the women are more badass than the men.
They are. When I play, they are. I don't know if they
Gracias.
Yeah.
I know, I've heard that they're ruthless. So I'm like, I don't want them to play with strangers. I heard they get all crazy and fight and argue.
But yeah, we're in a rage.
I don't know what that means either.
It means that you get pretty crazy and you like break stuff.
No, see? I don't like that.
We don't rage that hard.
You're on the pilot mode.
Yeah.
The one that was supposed to pick us up was in a Sienna.
What do you mean? Where are you?
Thank you, Denise.
Bro? I hate when he says that's his word when he's mad.
You guys only heard me and hear the other side of the conversation. This dude was being a dickhead back. That's why I started yelling at him.
Oh, what is she doing, Charlie Bear? Oh, sorry. I was focusing on Charlie, not you guys.
It's okay because he's just walking. Yeah.
You guys are boring Fortniters.
No, because
I thought you could dance and stuff.
you can.
She's dancing?
Yeah. Yes.
That's just clapping.
Well, look at this other dance. Let's do the other dance.
Y no llegué.
Oh, all right. Okay, she gets down now with the get down. All right. Oh, and she plays football.
This is how crazy. People have raids there. Marshmallow had his first raid in Fortnite.
Yeah, Lulu, their dad lets them have more freedom on it. I'm just more concerned with them playing with strangers and talking to strangers so they don't have a headset or whatnot.
Yo.
Marshmallow's like a competitive gamer, isn't it? He plays like tournaments for like clubs.
Charlie has somebody's phone.
I know, it's mine.
Mateo Josecito says hi. On YouTube, one of your YouTube fans.
Which was Cecito?
It's a friend, you don't know him. Say hi.
What's his last name?
I don't know. Did you tell people that Grandma made pozole for your birthday?
No.
Ortiz is his last name. She has oregano. Like real oregano, not motivation oregano. Bianca, it's in that drawer.
He's a pro. That's Drift. I know.
Not carefree. It's just they just have a different relationship with kids. And he's more of a gamer than I am, so there's that. You swear Grandma has marijuana. She don't. She thought it was a flower last time. I mean, technically it is.
Sophie's not hungry because your mom paid her
I see someone.
She's like over taking care of her.
No.
Where's she going?
That's not a lie. I was like, no.
Oh my God, yes, can you tell? Sorry. I've been sick for 2 weeks, totally dying. I got like this flu, and then now it's this dry, hacking cough, and I sound horrible.
She was just like, okay.
The boys had it too.
Like, she didn't
Whatever's going around, it kicks your butt.
wanna wait. And I'm just like, I was like, she's gonna eat later. Like, there's nothing to eat.
What is she writing?
Like,
The glider.
We could probably try to go live tomorrow. Charlie, whose phone do you have? Are we done? You guys?
No, we just started.
And then we're just recording you guys, just playing this? Yeah, it definitely kicked. Like, I would say about 80% of the company at work is completely sick. And I got warned. One of the guys told me, he's like, try to not get it because it takes you like 3 weeks to get better. Yeah, it's been a while since we've been on live. As long as you guys are entertained watching this, but I'm like, what do they even... Sometimes they get aggressive too. It's funny.
Kevin, go.
And then Matthew likes to tell Kevin what to do all the time, which is annoying.
That's what he's saying.
Charlie, you're going to lock that phone. Charlie's going to mess up that phone. I'm not paying for it. Charlie. Charles. I'm what, Charlie? Te estoy viendo, Charlie. You got it. You figured it out?
Craving shit.
Get him.
We wanted sugar the other night, and I was like,
Who you getting? Who you getting? See, look at how excited they get.
where can we get that at? Nowhere.
I asked for it at the taqueria on my work. And they gave me boiled shrimp instead of like grilled shrimp. But I wanted
Like butter grilled? Like, yeah. Mm. Yeah, we done?
I almost got one kill.
Yes, he does tell him.
Yo. On here last night it happened. Yo, get the hell out of
Can you play Fortnite like on a computer?
Yeah. PCs, yeah.
Yeah, you apparently on a PC you can play Fortnite. I think that's how they do it at their dad's.
We tried.
You tried it, didn't work?
Yeah.
Look at how Matthew gets all tense.
Boy, Fortnite.
Quítate, latoso. Stop. Stop. Oh my God. Oh, wait.
Mom.
Oh, I didn't know that. So stop. Sophie Dophie's here too. Say hi, Sophie Dophie's.
Yeah, he got.
So Matthew could do tricks with his tongue that nobody in the household can do. Let me see. Show us. He like can flip it and fold it and twist it. It's weird. Denny's, we actually still, oh my goodness. We still have the shirt that Mateo was wearing, and it probably already fits poor little Charlie. Headshot.
Giving it to him. He has 2 hands.
Stop.
The limit's right here, dude.
Back to my turn. Hold on.
Yes, they still get presents, but they know that it's from mom and dad.
But where's my...
And now, I mean, they don't really make a list or anything, but like throughout the year, they're like telling us kind of what they want and stuff like that. It kind of sucks because Matthew's birthday is in November, so it's like, stop, papito.
But I want to see this.
Oh, Matthew and Kevin, they were like 3 when they were already like, Santa's not real, Mom. We know it's you. Like even the Tooth Fairy, like we've never done change or money for the Tooth Fairy. Charlie is a year and a half now.
Oh, they almost got it. Oh, they got him. They got it bad.
So yeah, so I've never had to do that. Any of like the Easter stuff. They'll do Halloween. They still love Halloween. They love to dress up. They give ideas. Like already they've given a few ideas of what we need to dress up with as, and we still do family dress up, even though, as most of you guys know, we're divorced. Their dad will still join in on like the dress up part.
I'm gonna be brominated.
No, they do not put their loose teeth under a pillow. They have a case where they put it because they don't believe in the tooth fairy.
This year for Halloween.
So since they don't believe in the tooth fairy, they kind of already do like, let's put it in a box, put the date. Matthew actually lost his last tooth. It's your fifth tooth that you lost?
This is my sixth.
The sixth tooth he lost, he actually lost it at school. At school they put him in like these little necklaces or something so that they don't lose him. But he still lost it. You guys, look at the picture that Charlie took of me. Oh my God. And he's zooming in and everything.
I'm getting you. They got me. Got you.
Yes, I've seen a couple of the TikToks on us, and they're actually pretty hilarious. There's one with a couple. It looks like they're lying in bed. I think they're wearing like gray sweaters. That one was super funny for me. There was another one with the police officer, and that's on Matthew's Facebook page. And I thought that one was pretty cool too. I don't know if I thought it was more cool because it was a police officer. Reward system. For the most part, they're pretty good. You know, Kevin's on my more definitely has the middle child syndrome, but I beat their ass. They get pow-pows in the butt. The rewards right now is definitely just clean their room is the only thing. Yeah, for sure. Nobody will do it better than Matthew's original video. You guys saw the one with the little girl at the daycare? So the only big thing they have here at home for chores is just the cleanup. The house is constantly a mess. We constantly have laundry. We constantly have something going on. I think in the beginning, Lulu, it did affect the kids when we got separated. And then there was some confliction with the dad coming around and picking them, like being consistent with the pickups and the drop-offs or whatnot. So that was a little bit more difficult. Now they have more of a rhythm. And I've actually let them have nights over with their dad. So it's a lot easier, right, Matthew? And Matthew's still a very much, he's very old soul still, as many of you already know. So a lot of the scheduling and organizing all that stuff comes from him. So he will say, hey, Mom, what do you think if me and Kevin go and do this? I filed for divorce 3 years ago. There's just a lot of differences and stuff that happen. And the worst part is that you never really fall all out of love with somebody. So it wasn't easy for me either. And it was definitely not easy for the kids. Yeah, I'm not against pow-pows. I think if anything, Americans and millennials, we have to bring that shit back. You're not abusing your child. Like, I mean, we literally got abused. If Child Protective Services would have came when we were growing up, some shit went down.
3 kills in a row.
We try to do every other weekend, and then he's been more consistent with helping with the pickup and drop off from schools. My job moved me a little bit further. Actually, it's a lot further from where I've been. Yeah, like pick your own switch. Sorry, and I'm kind of bouncing back and forth because I'm trying to keep up with your guys' questions. So he's been very consistent on like helping me out with the pickup and the drop-offs. I'm actually having surgery on Monday, and he's gonna jump in and like do the pickup and drop-offs as well while I'm out of commission. And yes, when we were growing up, we definitely got smacked around. and we're fine. We went through a lot of stuff, and our parents maybe didn't know better on like what the limit was on spanking or not, or when you like went over. Yes, I'm very open to dating. And I'm very open to him dating. In my perfect world, we would be that couple that shows up at kids' games and sports events or whatever, and we have each other's couples, and we all get along, and I'm able to talk to his new girlfriend and whatever. Yeah, yeah. And so now he's watching live, and he's not agreeing. So that's him. That's the kid's dad chiming in. I feel like we should. We haven't. Co-parenting, yes. So that's my perfect world. Co-parenting, me being able to talk to his new girlfriend and say, hey, the boys need this, or whatever. Like I would. That would be my perfect world, because I feel like if he was to remarry or start dating, I want to have a relationship with that person as well, because we would both be caring for these boys, and I would want them to be put first. Oh, we knew that as soon as the street lights went on, we had to be home. And God forbid if my mom had to come out to be sure. There must be something else there, Lulu. Because courts usually favor both parents now. They don't even just favor one parent or the other. So there must be something else going on there. So far for us, it's been working out good. And like I said, we do get along still. And we're able to go out together as a family, and sometimes even the kids will request that. So it's not a big deal. I think we do still love each other. Like I said, it's not something that you could easily just fall out of love with somebody. Obviously, I had 3 kids with him. I was very much in love, but I'm also very much hurt from everything that we went through, and obviously I'm not going to go into that. I like to keep some stuff private. So Lulu, that's the problem. Yeah, then there was issues. If there's neglect in any way, if there's not consistency on the pickups or drop-offs, then the court does favor the other parent. And then a lot of other things that I like to show the kids is that even though we're divorced, it doesn't mean we can't maintain a relationship, and that we can't be civil and talk. So, and Matthew is the one that'll ask more of the serious questions on like why or what happened. So I have an email set up for them where I'll email them different things that happen. I email them pictures or things that we did one day, or if we celebrated, or report cards. And so that email, they're going to get access to that when they're about 18, or when I think they're old enough to understand a lot of the content in a lot of those emails. They'll be able to have that access to those emails. So even Charlie has an email now, and I'll send like, here, you took your first steps, or you did this, or you did that. And I even, if, family members or whatever want the email address, they could definitely email them as well. So that little stuff like that I do. Any feelings that I have at the moment, I will email it to them. Sometimes, they'll sit there with me, and I'll go, hey, let's recap our day. What did we do? If I have pictures, we'll each other sit there and email that email address for them. Like Matthew, and I'll sit with me. He's like, oh, don't forget to put this. And it's just going to help them. Yeah, that's, for me, that has been one of the most, for that has been the best thing for me to do. And Matthew's like eager to get that email address and password, because he's just like, I want to read it. I feel like I'm old enough, but todo a su tiempo, everything at its time. And because a lot of stuff, it was stuff where maybe at the time I was still hurt, and I was trying to get really deep with them so that they would understand my side of why I took the decisions that I took as a parent, to get separated or to get divorced, to file for divorce or whatnot. So, and so it's just stuff like that. But I definitely recommend that for you guys to do. It's been something that it's helped me even for the healing process. And trust me, we didn't like immediately get along right after we got separated and divorced and all that stuff. They don't understand a lot of it. And that's why I haven't told them. Um, sorry, Google Life. I'm not sure what I'm missing here. Um, so they don't understand a lot of it. So I don't.
Who wants to die?
Um. Oh, so
Hello?
there's Charlie doing that thing. Who did it for him? So YouTube might actually delete this. Picham, can you turn it off? Um. So I mean, you guys, no relationship is perfect. No parent is perfect. I'm learning along the way, and Matthew will be the first to tell you that when I make a mistake as a parent, if I discipline him, thinking that he had a fall or something, he did something, maybe I get something from school. Um, he's very like I'm really quick to say, you know what, Matthew, I messed up as a parent. I effed up, and I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have yelled at you. I shouldn't have put you on timeout. And we'll sit there and we'll say okay, and it's funny because they also think it's hilarious when I yell at them and discipline them and tell them they're grounded, and then about 20 minutes later I'll go back in there and just sit down with them and just explain again why they got in trouble, and I definitely remind them how much I love them and care for them. So we do a lot of that stuff, and they think that's funny because they're like, Mom, we know already that you love us. Just because you discipline us doesn't mean you stop loving us. It's that you love us, and that's why you do stuff like that. So all I can tell you guys is just communication is the key. Always talk to your kids. Always try to explain as much as you can of whatever questions they may have. Kevin will question you the hardest.
They tasted it. They tasted it at that bowling place, Brass Pro.
They definitely look at me more for mistakes and issues. A lot of the comments that they say sometimes is like, well, why can you do it, Mommy? And why can you make this happen? And blah, blah, blah. So just different things like that. But your kids are definitely watching you, and they're definitely things that you think that they don't see or whatever. They're picking up on stuff, and they'll question it later, and you realize, oh shit, you guys were paying attention, and we thought you weren't. And because of the questions that they ask you is when you know, like, oh, you did pick up on that. Oh, let me explain why Mommy and Daddy did that, or let me explain why I decided Daddy couldn't come, or why we decided Daddy should take you for the weekend or whatever. But they're watching. They're definitely watching. They're watching what their dad's doing. Yeah, they are putting the puzzle together. They are putting, a lot of times Matthew will say, I think I know what Daddy did, or I think I know what happened. Because they're smart. Kids are flipping smart. And as much as you try to avoid talking certain things and being vague, they put it together. They figure it out. I am. That's the one thing that I am with them. I'm Matthew.
Dad did.
Matthew. I'm pretty honest with you guys, right? I'm pretty straightforward, and whatever you guys ask me.
But some stuff that Dad did, he didn't tell us, and I figured it out.
See, so that just they figure stuff out. So
But sometimes he tells us too.
oh wow, Lulu. I have a half sister too, and it's hard to say half sister because we were raised like we were full on siblings. So, and that was my dad's doing. So a lot of the stuff, there's stuff that my parents did also that I picked up on what they did. And we used to have round tables, and we freaking hated having these round tables. I'm gonna flip over to me. But we hated having all these round tables, and every time my dad was like, we gotta talk, somebody did something, it would drive me freaking insane. And now as an adult, and that I have the boys, I realize that it's helpful. Having this communication with your kids is definitely a big plus, and you should do it. You should, and as much, some of it will be painful, some of it will hurt, because you have to open up. And even like I said, I was hurt. The divorce hurt me. I had issues with it. I'm still hurt because you do still love the person. You do still care for the person. I think I will always. I would love to chat with you guys and keep doing that. But and see, Matthew's looking at me because he's like, you still love dad, and Matthew's still very hopeful that we're gonna get back together. Like that's his thing. Like he's like, I know it's gonna happen. And who knows? Maybe we would. I don't know.
Because this is my island. Like one time we drove 104 miles. He told us.
Oh my goodness.
And it was in the middle of
So
the island, 15
so you guys,
miles.
like I said, you know,
I'm never
we're
gonna get out.
we're not perfect.
This is my island.
Yeah, this definitely does, and I try to be open and available for questions. I even with people at work. Just this weekend, I was talking to one of my coworkers, and you know, we're like, maybe we need to sit down and kind of like hash it out together, because one thing that I think we need to learn to do as a society is talk about our issues, open up, miscarriages, divorce, abortions, all that stuff. You know, women go through a lot of stuff personally, physically in their bodies, and we shut down and don't talk about stuff like that. And I think we need to be more open about things like that. We need to be open about stuff that happens with our kids. You know, Kevin does inappropriate things a lot of times. A lot of the times why we weren't having him in videos when he was younger was because he would say some shit that you're not supposed to say. But you work through all that stuff. So, you know, sometimes we do get messages from the teacher, and she's just telling us, hey, Kevin was doing this or Kevin was doing that. But I think if we all open our, you know, means of communication, and there's tons of stuff that we could do now. There's YouTube Live, there's freaking Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. And we just need to be able to talk and not judge. No, for me that wasn't a choice for me to stay together because of the kids. If you're living miserably, that is gonna come out to your kids. Yes, and that's my thing for everybody. It's better to let all that stuff out. Bring it out, because if not, you're holding that in. It's literally making you sick. And not only that, but you're going to mistreat everybody around you. I was bitter. I was miserable when we were going through the divorce. And I know a lot of it I was taking out on the boys. And then it would take me a while to realize, like, shit, I overreacted because I was pissed. I was upset at the situation that I was going through. So always talk about it, you know. And I think even as women, I had a couple friends that miscarried, and they didn't want to talk about it because they felt they did something wrong. And you guys, I've had about 8 miscarriages, stuff I never really talked about. So for me, you know, that's why the kids are my world. My kids are my everything. They're all rainbow babies. You know, one of the worst ones was the one that I had before. Yeah, because you move on, you do play it off. But, you know, we all suffer, and we all, domestic violence. Do not be silent about any of that stuff. Talk to somebody, and don't be afraid. Somebody's out there. Somebody's out there for you. Somebody can help you out. There's programs, there's everything. And a lot of the stuff that I went through, I'm stronger because of it. I'm able to teach my kids a little bit different. Matthew is my old soul, like I said, and he just keeps us going. Yes, Lulu, it can lead to death because you could be suicidal, and like I said, a lot of it, health reasons, it can mess you up. Yes, we need tools, and I think we need tools again as a society. We need to bring those tools out. And we need to just listen. You can find those people still. And if you didn't have that, maybe become that person for somebody else. I always tell people, treat people with respect and love. Smile. You know, I was in Sonoma this weekend, and the first thing I did with the people that are cleaning and doing your beds and all that, I forget what they're called. You know, immediately I knew they spoke Spanish. Yo hablo español, obvio. And the first thing I did, hola, buenos días, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo les ha ido? You do the greeting, and you should have seen the treatment that I got from that, because I respect everybody. And you've seen the memes where they say, treat the CEO like you would the janitor. And I do. And not only that, but what I like to do as well is let people know that I appreciate them. Even a stranger, I let them know that I appreciate them, and I smile at people. I say good afternoon. I've seen people walking towards me with this mala cara and just hating life, and the minute you like just turn and look at them and you go, hi, how's it going? Good afternoon. And they change their tone. They smile. They're looking at you like, oh wow, she's happy. You know, you just say, you have yourself a great day or whatever, because you don't know what that person is going through. You have no clue what's happening in their lives. They could be really miserable. They could have woken up not wanting to wake up. And then you're going to add to that, you know, anybody like your Starbucks barista, talking to them. You don't know if they're that Target chick that has a bad attitude. And granted, I've had my days where I'm like, girlfriend, I don't need your little attitude right here. But, and then you have to think about it. Like, what are they going through? They could be, you know, a death, an illness, a lot of stuff. Thanks, Google. So just always be nice, be kind. Yeah, one time is way too many. Just be kind to each other. You know, love. Ooze love is all I can say. And like I said, your kids, this is stuff that they feel as well, and they're noticing and they're picking up on it. My kids are very loving with me, and I know that even in old age they're gonna still take care of me, and only because that I can already just see that. So just do that. Be a loving person. Be a caring person. Say hi to a stranger. If they're not too creepy, give them a hug if you feel they need a hug. But that's really all the advice I can really give you guys. And talk as women. Talk to each other. We have a lot of women issues that we go through, and like I said, I've talked to a few women within the last months, and from hysterectomies, breast cancer, to everything where they felt they had to like hold it back and not talk about it because they felt they did something wrong, or they, you know, whatever. Don't let that happen. And don't judge. Don't pass judge. Fix each other's crowns, ladies. And men, be supportive of your women. Love them. No, my divorce was not abusive at all. It wasn't about like hitting each other or anything like that. So it wasn't that at all. But if you are in an abusive relationship, please do not stay in that relationship. Find help. Yes, Denise, and I'm sorry that you're battling suicide thoughts, and that's tough. And because I think a lot of us have gone through that. I had baby blues. I thought stuff, and it's not easy. But you have to also give yourself the courage, los huevos, to get yourself out of that as well. Because you are you, and only you can love yourself enough to get yourself out of that stuff. And it's not easy, especially if you're juggling kids, trying to juggle life. But things can happen, you guys, and you can make it happen. So I love you guys. Yeah, I've had that many. And so I love you guys. I appreciate you guys as followers and subscribers of our channel. That you sit here and listen to me. I did try for a girl. Charlie was supposed to be a girl, and I think we are done trying having kids. I'm way too over this shit, you guys. But we'll keep. And actually, my niece is having a baby, and I'm gonna take her baby. Yep. No, because she's having my kid. She's here too right now. So again, we love you guys. We appreciate you. My battery is dying. Denise, yes, we will pray for you. Follow us on Instagram if you ever just need to chat, whatever. And be there for each other. Find your person, Denise. Find your person that you could talk to. Suicide is never the answer. Suicide's not the way out, because you have to think about those people that you're leaving behind and how much they love you, how much they appreciate you, even when you're having a bad day. And if you need to seek, I will try to go live then. Thank you guys. We will wish Kevin a happy birthday. We're about to do cake right now, but like I said, my battery is dying. And we will let's try to do these. Maybe one day we could do a live session where you guys come on video with me and we can just do a question and answer or whatever. Jennifer, thank you. I'm glad. I love to hear that. I'm the love ambassador apparently at work as well. And just because I'm able to like give that and ooze love to our employees and make them feel welcome and love, because in reality, generally, you guys, I love people. I appreciate people. And yeah, Denise, try suicide lines. Yeah, the boys are still playing. On Instagram, we're Listen Linda 1. Follow us there. Thank you, Brownie. But Denise, I'm generally worried about you, girl. So please reach out to anybody. Reach out to somebody. There are helplines as well. So just hang on. It's life seems really, really tough at times, and I can tell you that I'm a child abuse survivor. Like I said, I've had the miscarriages. I've been through the divorce. I've had shit and situations happen to me where I was a cutter. But you get through all that stuff, and the wonderful things that come after are the best things ever. There you go. See, Jennifer's already reaching out. Thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate you for that, and I love you for that. But we will pray for you. We will be having great thoughts for you, and definitely reach out any means that you can. And like I said, suicide is really not the answer. You will be missed, and you will miss out on a lot of stuff. So I would have missed out on a bunch of stuff had I gone that.
Hey, Kevin, it's my turn.
Yeah, and your babies. My babies keep me going all the time. They don't. I don't know. They stopped liking cupcakes, maybe because of the video. Okay, so we're off.
Even 2 hours.
Thank you very much. We're doing cake soon, I think now. So thanks, guys. And Charlie is in a box now. That's what Amazon is great for. Hi, puppy. Say hi. And the adios. Digan adios. Thank you, guys.